Costco has sold the same $1.50 hot dog since 1985, and the report it just filed shows why. Costco makes almost nothing selling new things. Not even the hot dog. Last quarter, Costco sold $69.15 billion of stuff. And what do you think the profit on all of it was? A sliver, and on purpose. So if the world's favorite store doesn't earn its money from the store, what is it actually selling you? The answer sits in one line of that filing. Most people skip right past it. Let's open it. Let's start with the story you've heard. Costco is cheap because it buys by the boatload and sells in bulk. Tiny profits, millions of carts, and of course a big pile of money. Every business on TV tells it that way. It sounds airtight. Now check it against the actual numbers. On May 28th, Costco reported its quarter. Goods sold $69.15 billion, and what Costco paid for those goods, $61.52 billion. Do the math. Costco keeps about 11 cents on each dollar before it pays a single bill. Walmart keeps about 24 cents, Target about 28. Costco looked at those numbers and picked 11. But here's the thing. Those 11 cents still have to cover the warehouses, the workers, the freezers, and the lights. After all that, the goods earn close to zero. Run a store that way for 1 year and it's a mistake. Costco's done it for 4 decades. It almost looks like the store was never built to make the money. So where's the profit hiding? Hold that. First, you need to see how far this company goes to keep a price frozen. Back to the hot dog. The combo is a quarter-pound dog and a soda, and that has cost $1.50 since 1985. If it had just kept up normal inflation, it would cost about $4.50 today. Going by US government's price data, Costco swallows that gap on more than 100 million combos a year. The founder Jim Sinegal once told the man who'd become CEO exactly what would happen if he ever raised that price. The warning included the word kill. He was mostly joking, the price never moved. And then there is the chicken. The rotisserie chicken has cost $4.99 since 2009. When chicken got expensive, Costco didn't touch the tag. It spent about $450 million building its own chicken plant in Nebraska, with its own farms and its own feed mill, so the bird could stay at $4.99. Normal companies raise prices. Costco raised 2 million chickens a week. Costco's own longtime money chief once told investors that holding the chicken at $4.99 costs the company $30 to $40 million a year in profit it chooses not to take. And he said it like it was good news. Why would anyone brag about losing money on chicken? Hold on. And it's not just food. Costco sells gas cheap enough that people line up around the building for it. Record amounts last quarter. The filing is blunt about why. The cheap gas exists to pull people into the warehouse. The filing even has a name for all of this: pricing authority. The power to set a price and have you trust it without checking. Still doesn't answer what Costco actually sells. Almost there. Because zoom out, and there is a pattern sitting in plain sight. The hot dog, frozen for 41 years. The chicken, frozen for 17. The membership card, raised in September 2024. The basic card went from $60 to $65 a year. The executive card, the fancy one, went from $120 to $130. Costco froze every price in the building except the one at the front door. Hard to read that as an accident. It raises that one price about every 7 years. 2017, then 2024, like clockwork. And almost everyone pays it. 82.9 million households hold a paid membership. 148.5 million people carry the card. That's more cards than there are people in Japan. And this is where most explanations stop. Cheap stuff, happy customers, the end. Wrong question. Stop asking how Costco keeps prices this low. Start asking why it fights this hard to. Flip it, and every number so far points the same way. The frozen prices aren't the business, they're the advertising for it. So look at the one price Costco does raise. This quarter, membership fees brought in $1.37 billion. $1.37 billion. A record, up 10.7% in 1 year. And Costco's own filing says about a quarter of that growth came straight from the 2024 fee increase. Charge more for the card, collect more. Simple. Do the bigger math. 82.9 million memberships at $65 or more each. That's over $5 billion a year promised to Costco before a single cart rolls. 41.2 million of those households now pay for the 130 executive card. The expensive tire is growing more than twice as fast as the cheap one. People aren't just renewing, they're upgrading. Then the number that makes the whole machine run, 92.2% in the US and Canada. When a member's year ends, 92.2% pay again, more than 9 out of 10, every year upfront for a year they haven't used yet. Costco made the card more expensive and people renewed it anyway. Now you've got both halves. Stack them. Costco's profit this quarter after every bill and every tax came to $2.19 billion. That's the bottom line. Now put the membership money next to it. Fees, $1.37 billion. Total profit, $2.19 billion. The fees alone match about 2/3 of everything Costco earned. For every $3 of profit, $2 of card money stand right next to it, paid before anybody shopped. That's because a fee costs almost nothing to collect. No trucks, no shelves, no freezers. A card scans and the money is nearly all profit. Nothing on a shelf can compete with that. Check it from the other side. Costco's profit from running everything came to $2.8 billion. Pull the $1.37 billion fee line out, and the entire store, all $69 billion of selling, kept about $1.4 billion. The card money nearly matched the whole building. Costco doesn't publish a profit number for the goods alone. It doesn't need to. The shape is right there. The goods run at close to break even, and the profit comes from the fee, which flips the hot dog. $1.50 was never a gift. It's the cheapest loyalty machine in retail. A little proof every single visit that the card was worth it. Keep that feeling alive, and 92.2% renew in advance. And the line that jumped out at me isn't even on the profit page. It's on page 5, the list of what Costco owns and owes. Deferred membership fees, $3.16 billion. That's card money members already handed over. For months, Costco hasn't delivered yet. On paper, it counts as money Costco owes you. In practice, it's the most dependable money in the building. It grew by $300 million since the end of last summer. You don't have to take my word for any of this. Costco wrote it down. Around page 20 of the same filing, membership format is integral to our business and profitability. Their words, not mine. So name what Costco actually sells. Not food, not gas, not the 40-pack of paper towels. Costco sells next year, your next year, $65 at a time, paid up front, 82.9 million times over. The warehouse exists to make sure you buy it again. Costco didn't get rich selling things cheap. It got rich making 82.9 million households pay in advance for the right to keep buying them. Watch two numbers to see if the machine stays healthy. First, the 92.2% renewal rate, reported every quarter. It ticked up this quarter. The day it started sliding, the cheap hot dog stopped working. Second, that $3.16 billion deferred pile on page 5. Costco raises the fee about every 7 years, 2017, then 2024. When the next raise lands, that line on page 5 will show whether 9 out of 10 still said yes. So pick a side in the comments. A. This is the fairest deal in retail. One honest fee, and everything inside sold at cost. B. It's a subscription wearing a store costume. And the cheap food exists so you never cancel. Tell me which one and why. If you want the line item walkthrough of every number in this video, the actual filings, exact figures and sources, That's what Footnote Brief is. Link in description and pinned comment. It's free.